Part number 8. There is a second session of project management professional. We will start with the project integration, that is getting the job done. It is a project management body of knowledge area that contains the tasks that withhold the overall project together and integrates the projects into a unified whole. This particular PMBOK knowledge area touches on the 5 phases of the project, that is initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and control, as well as closing. Starting from scheduling task, purchasing task, replacing team members, addressing the risk and rescheduling task, everything is covered under this particular phase. The project integration management has 7 processes, includes develop a project charter, develop project management plan, direct and manage the project work, manage project knowledge, monitor and control project work, perform integrated change control, and closing the project or phase. Why do we need project integration? So the project integration management ensures stability in all areas of the project, such as project scope, time, cost, human resource, quality, communications, risk management, stakeholder management, procurement, and others. This interconnected process cannot be carried out by a single team. That's why we are calling the project as a complex multi-layer. So there are several process and knowledge areas are involved, and we are deciding which process to use for a particular reason or particular purpose. You need constantly have to make decisions on a project, whether to execute the project or buy the project. This is the only knowledge area. There is a project integration management is the only knowledge area that has process in every process groups. How does the project begin? The startup of a project is similar to the startup of a new organization, called the initial phase. The project initiation phase is the first phase within the project management life cycle, as it involves starting up a new project. In this phase, the idea for the project is explored and elaborated. The goal of this phase is to examine the feasibility of the project. Within the initiation phase, the business problem is identified, a solution is identified, a project is formed, and in addition, decisions are made concerning who is to carry out the project, which stakeholder will be involved, and whether the project has an adequate base of support among those who are involved. So the project manager develops the project management plan in 3 different stages, like a realistic in the initial stage, approved in the planning stage, and formal in the execution stage. So developing a project charter. So a project charter, we can tell it's a formal short document that states the project exists and provides project managers with a written authority to begin the work. A project charter document describes a project to create a shared understanding of its goals, objectives, and resource requirements before the project is scoped into detail. So generally, what included in the project charter? The project name, the scope, the purpose and goals, budget, deliverables, risk, roles and responsibilities, timeline, and milestone. So the inputs for the project charters are project statement of work, business case, contract, enterprise environmental factors, and organizational process assets. The tools and techniques used for developing the project charter is expert judgment. The output is the project charter. So regarding the project charter, we just in the previous slide, we mentioned about it should contain the project name, the purpose and goal, budget, deliverable, scope, risk, roles and responsibilities, timelines and milestones. So in other words, we can tell that the purpose of the project are justification, measurable objectives and successful criteria, high-level requirements, high-level project or product description, summary, milestone, schedule, summary of the budget, approval of the requirements, the project manager's responsibility and authority, authorizing body and responsibilities, etc. So these are all the information that should contains in the project charter. Business needs. It's a desired outcome, not the solution. Or in other words, we can tell business needs are the gaps between the current state of the company and its goals. Needs are the basic factors of changes in the organization, which are defined as requirements and implemented by employing people, implementing projects, transforming operations and purchasing goods. Examples of business needs like create new capabilities such as new products or service, improve revenue by increasing sales or reducing cost, increasing customer satisfaction, increasing employee satisfaction, and comply with the new regulations or adjust with the new regulations, improve safety, reduce time to deliver the product or services. And the desired outcome of the business needs should address the problem or opportunity and support the goals and objectives of the business. So when we are thinking about a strategy, a business strategy or a business needs or a change in the business or change in the strategic plan, when the customer made some complaints about our goods or products or the given process or the product fault or defects, if we lose the revenue, if there is any new marketing opportunity, or if the company is planning to merge or acquisition with other companies, etc. So developing a project management plan. So project management plan, we can tell it's a collection of baselines and subsidiary plans that include baselines for scope, schedule, and cost management plan for scope, schedule, cost, quality, human resources, communications, risk and procurement, requirement management plan, etc. So in order to create the project management plan, the inputs we needed are the project charter, which we covered already, outputs from the planning process, enterprise, environmental factors, organizational process assets, etc. The tools and techniques used is expert judgment, and output is a project management plan. So how we can able to create the project management plan? So first, identify the goals of the project, map out the scope, that is create the scope statement, develop an outline for the plan, share the initial idea with your team so that they can able to discuss and they can able to provide their own suggestions and all. Then finalize your plan, use the Gantt chart to keep things organized, to make it in a chart way. Distribute your project management plan to your team so that they will provide you the suggestions, ideas, corrections, etc. So in the project management plan, generally it contains tools and techniques, descriptions, process dependencies, change management and control, milestones, resource calendar, configuration management, maintain integrity, communication needs among stakeholders, project lifecycle and phases, risk registers, cost and quality baselines, selected process and process implementation level, etc. So the project management plan. So there are two sections like the main plan and the sub-plan. The management plans like scope management plan. It is nothing but an outline, or the scope management plan outline the processes involved in executing your project and serves as a guideline to keep the project within the specific limit. As a project manager, it's your responsibility to guide your team through the entire project life cycle. Schedule management plan. defines how the project schedule is managed throughout the project life cycle. The schedule management plan provides guidelines and sets expectations for project schedule, policies and procedures for planning, developing, managing, executing and controlling the project schedule. Cost management plan, it outlines the project's estimation, allocation and controls of cost for the required resources to complete all the project activities. The quality management plan, it documents the necessary information required to effectively manage project quality from project planning to delivery. It defines the project's quality, policies, procedures, criteria for and areas of applications and roles, responsibilities and authorities. HR management plan, it is to document the process to identify, acquire, develop and manage the human resource necessary to successfully complete the project. We can tell that HR is a most complex and most difficult plan. Communication management plan can organize and documents the process, types and expectations for communications. For example, like the stakeholder communication requirements in order to communicate the appropriate information as demanded by the stakeholders, information on what is to be communicated. Then comes the risk management plan. The final document contains all the factors of the risk management, risk register, analysis, tolerance and mitigation or solution actions. A comprehensive risk management plan template provides the project team with the consistent processes and beneficial tools to ensure a successful project. Then procurement management plan, it's a plan that defines requirements for a particular project and lays down the steps required to get into the final contract. The specific project means the process required to purchase or acquire the products or services the organization deals with. Then comes the baseline. So first, quality baseline. It's a quality objective of the project. It's what you will use to measure and report quality against as you perform the remaining quality processes. So generally we should understand the definition of the quality baseline for the exam. Believe it or not, you have officially completed the planning process group. Then the cost performance baseline. It's an authorized time-phased budget used to measure, monitor and control the overall cost performance of the project. Schedule baseline, used to measure and monitor the performance of the project, the delivered work at a point in time or over a period of time is compared against the baseline planned work at that time. Scope baseline, it's an approved version of your project scope, which is documented in a scope statement, work breakdown structure and work breakdown structure dictionary. The scope baseline is used as a reference to monitor project progress and compare actual versus planned results. Thank you.